Hello again, everyone. How you all doing at this hour? Oh boy, I am in a high manic right now, so I better take advantage of it while I can. I I'm gonna speak it about menopause, which is what menopause, and I have been doing a lot of shorts and I'm just having fun. It's just having fun. And right now, I'm just walking around my apartment, and I do this several times a day. Getting my walk in and everything. I'm such a private person, so I had to come out of this. I normally I'm shy at times. I get that. You know, I'm shy. Okay. So I can't stand alone at times. And this was my neighbor gave me some real nice quilts and stuff. Let me show you. She was moving out her house. This not flipping. But yeah, she was moving out her house and everything and moved here. And so I like I said, I like it here because it came with washer and dryer and what else? And I like living in the senior living because of it has a what you call that when the lights go out when in the neighborhood we have a backup. So I forgot what the name of it, but anyway, um, I'm just getting up doing, like I said, I got up this morning, still haven't had my meds yet, so I had to get my videos on out the way, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling normal about myself. I'm feeling real. But I said, now, Lord, what am I going to speak on? Because um, I write down what all that I'm led to speak on and everything. And like I said, this is not for everybody. This is the Paula Cook's Theory 1 and living with bipolar disorder. So let's see here. So I have to write down. You see, men all pause, which is menopause. Okay. And it's a busy day for me today. And I'm just enjoying what my life has come to, and to be a mentor, and also to be, oh boy, what God want me to be, to touch and inspire somebody, you know, to touch and inspire someone to just know what people go through, and we can still have a regular life. We all deal with mental challenges, whether you know it or not. So when I wake up, I open up, you know, my blinds, and this is my view and everything. So I have things packed to the side because I will be uh, packing and probably by nature and stuff. Wherever God got me doing, so I know it's something. So, like I said, I do not like to keep a cluttered home and try to have everything in its place, you know, and everything. So, this is where my girls come and sleep on the weekend and everything. And um, that's my bedroom and stuff. It's a one bedroom. And it's really built for handicap. So that's my shower. it has the toilet and stuff, and enough room to, you know. Um, we can have a chair in there or whatever. So, like I said, I done had brand new furniture, $5,000 worth of furniture, all in the house and stuff. And I really don't care. I'm glad to have a roof over my head. That's all what matters. And you know, so this how it look outside my door and everything. But I'm not going out there right now. So I went out yesterday. we crime is everywhere, but little towns, they're much different and everything. So but I do my art in here, my sketches and all of that stuff. But I want to talk more about menopause, what we go through. And I've heard, but checking the resources and everything, checking the resources, say you can have menopause early as the late 20s or something. I don't know if you can. You never, I don't know if you can tell or not, but the menopause is when a woman, when they stop ovulating or having a period or whatever, uh, they give it a year if it still comes like every 6 months or whatever. I was going through every 6 months and then a year, and then found out I have not thyroids but fibroids, but they're not big, so they got to. I guess I go to Northside and they're gonna look into it because every year I was still going through a period. And my mom used to say, my aunt used to say, you could still get pregnant. Going through that, you can still get pregnant. And so I'm glad I've been celibate. I'm celibate. I'm just celibate. I'm not playing that. I don't want those what you call it, soul ties. I'm trying to get rid of the ones, I've been divorced with my second husband since 2014, and try to have a little something going on. But I'm like, right now, I'm done with that. I check out the guys, look at them, like, ooh, Lord, try not to be in lust, because that's one of the things I fought with for years, and but that's going to be another video. But we can't be judgmental. You know, we can't be judgmental because you're fighting with something yourself. Everybody is fighting with their own demons themselves. And like I say, whatever you think or whatever someone say of you is none of your business. It's none of your business. I mean, I don't do things where if this not for you, or if it is, it's you know you. I mean, I will be grateful you like the video. Subscribe and leave a comment, but it's gonna touch somebody. This will touch somebody, and then it's fine if people. Some people already know what's going on with me, so if you support me, fine. If you don't, fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's a whole big world out here. And this is global. This is global, and I've have spoken to a larger crowd several years ago, and I do every day. I mentor and be on the phone. My peers, we're all peers. Nobody no higher, bigger than anybody else. Because I'm telling you, that person I've observed, and that's what I write in the Paula Cook's theory. I talk about my experiences, and then I observe other people and have resources to help the mental health. And I've observed that a lot of the people who deal with mental illness and stuff, they are very smart, just like how they prejudge and misjudge rappers and stuff. I'm from the West Side, and yes, I am from the West Side, Bankhead, and I'm proud because it's not where you come from; it's where you going. This is who I am. But just because, and I've lived in the projects for 2 years, so I don't want to be going everywhere because my mind is rushing. I mean, it's my brain is well, whatever it is, rushing or something. But I don't have to slow it down. Just because you're from, as they call the hoods, don't mean you got to act like you're from the hood. We can't help. We thinking when we grow up, hey, we just living, and then and just playing and enjoying ourselves, So, but anyway, as I said in the other video, I had started on my period when I was 10, and my grandmama did not like that because, like I said, they was all strict. 'Cause they was funny about stuff like that because of back then, people were getting molested, girls, and now guys are, and they just, that's why they so strict. Because my mother never married; she never remarried after my father died. She dated and was going and was engaged, but so she didn't want no stepdad over me, and that's another video because I married into a blended family. I had a child and my girl's father had children. So, but menopause, it's what a woman goes through. And by my experience, every woman got a different experience. My menopause, I'm going through mental health challenges and just growing older and the body is changing and everything. And you look at people. They say when you look at your parents, you'll see what you look like when you get older. And it all depends. They may be so and not so. It all depends on how you take care of yourself. So I remember a lot of things with my mom, when she was going through her menopause and stuff like that, and observed other people and everything, and folks had hysterectomies because of this and that. So I pray I don't have to have that. So I mean, this is women stuff, and men, they know about a lot about women than the woman does. And they when they grew up with sisters and close to their mom and all of that. So by me being an only child, like I say, my grandmother, when she found out, when we was going to the store, my mother and I was wondering why my stomach was cramping, and next thing I know, went in the bathroom. I had to use the restroom, and blood was in my pants. And so my mom had to go on and get some pads and blah, blah, blah. And my grandmother was like, mm, mm, mm. And I don't understand why she was like that because my mother started at 10. But my mom said my grandmother would tell her if a boy kiss you, you get pregnant. But of course, my mom ended up having me late in life. She was 31, and uh, well, some I don't know, but my mom married out the house. She stayed with her parents until she married, and so, like I said, he died 5 years later, and I was 5 when he did die. So evidently, she had to been pregnant with me. It wasn't like I was planned. But I used to ask my mom, why I don't have any siblings and stuff. She said, well, Walt was lived. I might have would have. But see, my mom wanted to be a career woman. She really didn't want any children, tell you the truth, in the sense she was telling me, because she had raised her nieces and nephews. That's why they called her the favorite aunt. Out the other three aunts, I said it was four boys, four girls. My mom was the last one of eight, and she died. She was the last one died of out of eight. So, and the mother and father was in the house, and they stayed married until they died. I guess they were married over 40 years. I don't know. And that's what I used to see a lot too when I was growing up. I was always around older people, and I saw married people all the time. So I matured real fast in my mind. In the sixth grade, my dream was to get married and have a family. But that was in the sixth grade. And I told my friend Jackie that. She was like, girl, honey, I was thinking about playing on the monkey ball. I said in the sixth grade, I was thinking very maturely. I was like, I want a husband. I want some children. I want to have, I was wanting what I grew up around and I saw. And everybody what I main saw, was married. My grandparents were married, my aunts was married, or but some of them was single. But my uncle strict at the shoe shop, he said he would never marry, and he didn't. So I seen a lot of single people and stuff. But anyway, back to the menopause. So my grandmama didn't like that, and she watched me closely afterwards. Then she started calling me fast because your body started changing and everything when you're growing up. And she was thinking I was liking that little older, little teenage guy next door and stuff. And she was just like, I see you, because I would be like, hey, I was all flirty and stuff. And she was calling me fast. So, well, anyway, each young lady is different, and like I say, you can't judge. And don't judge a book by its cover either. I that's what I don't like about I pray I have to pray about Christians when they all of a sudden grow and get so super sanctified. I've been in that part. I've been right there too. My son can tell you, boy, and my ex-husband, my girl's brothers, they could tell you, I married a man with 5 children, and we was taking care of 3 of them, and I already had one, and we had the girls together, and they would tell you, I went into that one role of being super sanctified, honey. So, you know, it's amazing. You will see people like that, but when you get them behind closed doors, when we just, be us, it's a different thing. They get open, wild, and what that's when you're supposed to, I guess. But I'm gonna be me wherever I'm at. I'm just gonna be me. I'm say yes, praise the Lord, thank you, Jesus. Be safe, whatever. And I'm just gonna be me. But I try to, you know, I always ask God, hide me and show you, because see, we still got to. You meet people where they at, but you ain't got to stay there. You know what I'm saying? You don't you if you have a street ministry, you're gonna have to talk to some of everybody, prostitutes, dancers, whoever, pimps, whoever who want to change their lives. But a lot of them, and I'm going kind of different ways because it remind me of Carly B. She said, what you call it, changed her life, stripping and stuff, because she came out of a very abusive relationship. And then you get with somebody, or sometimes people have children at 14, you have them really early, and your children grow up with you. So I'm saying all this is we have to be careful, even with our grandchildren. If it's already in the bloodline or in the generation. If your mom started at 10, then your daughter, and then your daughters, and you know, and you that's really right there. You have to really be careful, because when you have it, you can get pregnant. you know it's just like I was saying in the other video, how my boyfriend in the seventh grade, he wanted to get, sexually active, whatever. And I said, oh no, my mom, well, my mom killed me. I could have gotten pregnant at how was I? 12 years old in seventh grade. Could have gotten pregnant, and like I said, shoot, I had my son when I was 21. But I'm so grateful that their children are a blessing. I'm so grateful that they have grown up and know how to work for themselves and do, whatever, and they want to. My son went on and got married, and he's 37 and had his children. So my girls, they're just enjoying their life right now and taking care, things they need to take care of. And they would like to get married and have children one day. And I say, well, honey, because I said, go on and do what you do, because I started having a family at 21, but it's okay. It's okay. Because once they grow up, you can do you. You get the grandkids at times, and when you want to, and when you say no, unless they live with it, or unless you have to take them over if your children on drugs or something. But I just told my mother, I said, when I have children, I'm not gonna put my children off on you, and I didn't, unless she said, Paula, she said, let children stay the weekend, or we had to move in for a second when I was, looking for somewhere to stay, or coming out of marriage, or if I want to go on a date. Excuse me. She said, sure, children come over, that was it. But that menopause ain't is no joke. I go through hot and cold. Like right now, it's just feel pretty cool. But when I get over there and start doing some stuff, working on my project, I get hot, turn the air conditioner on. Then I get cold, turn it off. Then I be wanting to turn on the heat. I'm like, woo, it's cold. I woke up this morning, it was cool. Then, because I like to be comfortable. I just, I like to be comfortable and stuff. So, um, I just go through that hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, and it's it is what it is. Um, Going through menopause, you go to the bathroom a lot. You urinate. And every time I drink something or whatever, it has something to do with that, and I never have a problem too much of my digestion, like going to the bathroom after you eat. A couple times you get constipated, but you know all of that's I'm grateful for that, because some people um have to have people to change them and stuff, and but everybody's in a different situation, and be grateful that every time you wake up, you still got a purpose. I don't care if you're 99 years old and in the bed and can't get out the bed. Some you If they can still talk, somebody may come in there and talk to them, and they can tell them a word of wisdom. Anything that is simple is simple. So I don't know how long menopause lasts, but I know it does messes with my mood swings. Sometimes I feel like, oh Lord, nah, I was crossing my leg because it get a little stiff. But sometimes with menopause, you go through. My mind is racing. That's what it is. It's racing, and I can say now I know what be going on. And when I mean racing is I'm thinking real fast. It's a lot. Sometimes I have to be careful because your mind is like a computer. I could be looking at and looking at information, doing research and looking at resources on the YouTube or whatever, and my brain get overloaded like a computer. And that's how it is with your mind, your brain. And so I have to cut it off and rest and meditate. And that's why I believe in taking a nap. You know, I'm like semi-retired because God took me off. Work, job, and everything. So I can do the street, in a sense, street ministry. You know, God called me at 8 so I can, just like I say, just talk to people, and mainly talk to people about the mental health. And at the same time, it's a lot of people don't believe in God, and if He want to use me, I would ask them, do they believe in Jesus Christ? Do they believe that Jesus died on the cross? And if they didn't, then I would have to, if they want to, you know, I will go over about believing in Jesus, you know. So anyway, the menopause, it has a lot to do with my mood swings. Sometimes I can still cramp, feel like, menstrual getting ready to come on. I know if I was strained, if I'm constipated, or if I get really stressed and don't know it, and anxiety kick in, blood will come down. And like I said, that's the fibroids, I believe, not thyroids. Thyroids is dealing with whatever, I don't know. But fibroids is, with women. I don't know if men have them, but it's somewhere, well, up under your stomach or wherever. I got to do more research about it, because, oh boy, I tell you, you just got to take, the bottom line is you got to take better care of yourself. You got to get your, and I got to practice what I preach, because I'm talking to myself too. I mainly like walking. And when I go to the store, I park kind of far down at times, and then walk real fast up to the store, up into the door, because I could just still let me know I could still walk fast and everything, and it gets my walk in, and walking around the store, is good. It's just good to get out, period. Because the way this world today, if you do remote at home, you can order everything online. You ain't got to step out your door. But I don't like ordering online. You know, I'd rather go to the store and pick my stuff out. And I think I will always do that too, unless we really got to order online. So it is what it is. So, but menopause, all I do is stay in prayer and everything. And like I said, I'm a private person, so I stay to myself, because I love to have fun. I hang out with people when I'm led to, and like they say, be the life of the party and be goofy. I still have a goofy side and everything, and I feel good about being a YouTuber now, because, like I said before, I had three other YouTube channels, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing it, have fun, But now I understand the way it operates now, and God's timing is God timing. Maybe it wasn't the time at the time, and you like, if what I know now, if I knew back then, all that kind of stuff. So I always look at it, I don't want to be, I wish I coulda, woulda. I want to be where it's a season and timing for everything. And be led on whatever you do. And with your body, pl- please know your body. Get to know your body, know what you eat, can't eat. A lot of stuff I used to eat has really changed now. I cannot eat it or deal with it. I know, even going through menopause, you got to be careful what you eat, because I noticed, I like the whitey fried fish. And when I eat fried fish, you know how people, be the drinkers, and they drink all day, all night kind of thing. alcoholics. You can smell it through their pores. I wonder, can they smell themselves? 'Cause I know I can smell it. Well, that's the way with the fish. I eat that fish. I can smell it through my pores. And when I go to the restroom, I said, "Oh Lord!" So I got to, you know, the doctors, they don't want us to douche now because it will cause whatever. But I have to flush myself out. Drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, and it'll go out. It'll be gone in 2 days. I think that's why some women, I don't say in the word, they can't smell themselves. And like someone was saying, somebody would, when people come out the bathroom, you can get a whiff of what, when you go in the bathroom, and you be like, dang, what's that smell? And you could tell when women is on their menstrual, because everybody's not clean. You know, uh, a woman that, if and the young lady, whoever, if you on your menstrual, you should take those napkins with you that can clean. And I'm further believe, I don't even care. Every time when I use the restroom, I always have a soapy towel, and so I don't care if I'm doing number one, number two, whatever. I'm so conscious about my body. My mom taught me, to be clean. I teach my girls, you know, and so I don't see how they can just don't smell themselves, because you're supposed to be the first one to smell yourself, okay? And I can smell it when I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, and I had to think back what I ate. I said, no, I'm not eating no more of that, because I noticed how I do my body. If I can smell it, somebody else can smell it if I walk by. And I said, oh no. So I stay in the house. I make sure I pray that I don't have to have nothing to do or go. I stay right there in the house in 2 days and drink my water, and flush myself out. You know, just flush out, because the water is good to flush yourself, flush it out. And so, but the menopause, it takes me through a lot. I could really tell. I can feel it. The menopause is really something else. And like I said, some women, it affects different women different ways. Um, some women, they go into menopause, and it affects their mind, and a lot of times they can't come out. And what I mean, they will go mentally. Um, it will just mess with them mentally, and and it really is pretty much mental illness, you know. Um, Menopause is nothing to play with, and some women, like I say, uh, it, it has something to do with a woman's body. It's the changing of life. Just like how the men go through. It's not menopause, but it's called the other thing, where they go through midlife crisis, where they want to get a motorcycle and ride, at the age of 50 and 60 and all of that. But actually, it's between the 40s and 50s, I noticed, this change of life. It is what it is. And this is what I want to say also, too. I thank God every day for where I'm at, and the roof is over my head. And that, yes, I'm starting over in my life. And I've started over in my life several times. And there's nothing wrong with starting over in your life, because it's a way to reevaluate yourself. When you're doing something and it didn't work or whatever, then if it's still what it is, what you want to do, sometimes it takes a different surrounding. It takes another kind of, you might have to relocate. You might have to, whatever, you know, um, when you relocate, you might do much better, you know, somewhere else. Then, it has a lot to do with a lot. Okay. And that's another part of menopause is just starting over in your life. Your body is going through things. The older you get, you're deteriorating everything. So, like I said about my teeth, your hair, your body, you know. Sometimes I use a cane if I got to walk a little longer way, but then I can't walk too long. I really can't. 3 minutes is it. I can't stand too long either. But I thank God I'm walking. Now I don't have to use the cane all the time. I just have to use it when I got to go down a long hallway somewhere, But I have to stop and breathe because, like I say, that back ain't no joke. It's no joke, you know. But I'm still normal and still can have a relationship and still have relations and all that stuff. But I choose not to. I talk to, I have friend guys to talk to. But if it seems like it's going a certain way, I just have to flip it another way. I have a friend, he'll call someone I knew since high school and be bold talking. I'm like, yeah, I had a crush on you and blah, blah, blah. And he just come out blunt about different stuff, telling me about other folks, other girls being like blunt, blunt, blunt. And you think I'm finna be, you think even at this age, we the same age, I'm gonna be with you and you gonna be talking to somebody else we know saying, yeah, blunt, 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 blah, 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 blah. Paula this and that, man, come on. So I, I ain't looking for nothing. No, I'm working, like I said earlier in my other video. I am working on me and I'm full accountable for everything, anything. Before I say something, or when you wake up, and if you first thing you do, if you brush your teeth or you wash your face, what do you see when you do that? A lot of time, what we have to do, look in the what? The mirror. What do you see? What do you think of yourself when you look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, I say, okay, hey, Paula. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm alive. I'm breathing. I can still see. I can still hear. Um, I still can move around. I can do things. And I say, now, what are the things I got to work on? You know, I just look at myself and I got to really work on my physical, my mind. I keep my mind sharpened. I like to do the little solitaire. I'm just now starting to do that. I used to see people play that all the time. So now I'm I it said talented, skilled, and what else they say on that solitaire. Then it says you're genius or something. But I picked one of the games and I really play into it. I really like it. The other games is a push. So it really tells me about myself. I do word find. I enjoy that. And I try to keep my mind sharpened, So but yeah, I look in the mirror and I say, I got to, Lord, the Lord can only change me. He can only change me. So my demons and everything, that's between me and God. Because I'm still struggling with some stuff. I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling. So if I pray that this blesses someone, this video, and I'm myself, and I may have videos and I'm laughing or whatever it is. I just hope it bless somebody, because these other videos blesses me. Now, if it's something that don't pertain to me, the other creators, then and I still just check it off and go on. Or if it get real vulgar and I don't, then I just pass by it. But if it blesses you, please like, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate you. I really do. And like I said again, menopause, you got to really deal with. First of all, keep your mind sharpened. That's the way I feel. Look at yourself, because you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Say I'm beautiful. Speak positive self talk. I'm beautiful. I'm wise. I'm a great person. So you really have to say, I'm God's child. I'm unique. I'm a chosen one. You know, who all that knows what I'm talking about, chosen one. We all was called, but a few was chosen, but nobody's no better than the other. Because guess what? We was born naked and we're gonna leave here naked. We can't take none of this stuff with us. Cause like I said, I know what it's like to own houses and have a house full of furniture. I grew up around antique. My grandparents came from Noonan, had 6 businesses, shoe shop. I'm used to that. I know what it's like to have money, not to have money. Just like Ray Charles said, I am used to that. When you get older, peace is more than money. Good God Almighty, we need money. That's gonna be another. You don't supposed to work for money. Money's supposed to work for you. That's gonna be another video, sweetheart. I've been there. I may not have it, all the money that I had in the past, but it's okay. I got my peace. I don't have to impress nobody. I challenge and compete with who? Myself. I don't need nobody validation but God's. That's it. That's all I need. So, um, I have a lot to say. I have a lot of videos, honey. And I have a lot to say. It's therapy. I tell you that. And that will be good for people who love to talk and don't mind talking. And some people just, get on Facebook or YouTube and they just look and they don't say nothing. That's okay. That's your choice. This is the USA. It's a freedom, to do whatever you want. But you got to still, everything got boundaries and rules. You got to remember that. Other than that, you all be safe, love yourself, and honey, God and you first. Because if you don't, you won't be able to stick around and take care of nobody else. Okay? Jesus love you, and I love you too. Take care.